So one thing that we might want to do is to go ahead and create a model for our protein tracker application so that we're not directly setting this value inside of our view controller, because our view controller really should only be responsible for communicating between the model and our view. So we can go ahead and create a class that's going to track the total protein. In fact, we'll just call that class protein tracker. So we'll go and create an Objective-C class, subclass of NSObject, and we'll call this class protein tracker since it tracks protein. And we'll go ahead and create a method in here that returns an NS string, always a pointer, and we will call this get total protein in grams. There we go. And then we need to create an implementation for this. And for our implementation, we'll just make a simple implementation here. And once we start typing this, we should autocomplete here. And then we can just return, and we'll do our 200 grams here. And this is where we'd put our real logic when we actually implement the rest of this logic. But for now, we'll just go ahead and return this. And now we'll be able to use this as our model. So I'll go back into the main view controller here, and then instead of getting our text from here directly, we're going to go ahead and get that from this model. So the way that we'll do that is first we need to import the header for our class. So we'll do import, and we'll do protein tracker.h, and then we're going to need to create a variable and a property to hold that protein tracker. So we'll do protein tracker star, and we'll just call this tracker. And then we'll create a property here on atomic retain, and then this is of type protein tracker, and we'll call this tracker. Then in our implementation, we'll go ahead and do our synthesize on the tracker. And then one thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to need to allocate a new instance of this. So we'll set our tracker equal to protein tracker alloc init. If you remember, that's like new in C#, and this is actually allocating the memory, and it's going to assign it here. But since we've created this property, it's going to handle managing this memory for us. And then instead of doing this hard-coded here, we can do tracker get total protein in grams. So let's go ahead and save this. We'll stop the simulator, and we'll run this to make sure that it's working. We're now getting it from the model, and you can see here we go, we're getting it from the model.